Welcome to our info session on the Equity Arc Wind Symphony. We're going to share some details about our newest ensemble and how you can apply for it. And we'll spend time answering any questions you might have as well. So just to give a quick background on Equity Arc, if you're not familiar with us already, we're a national member service organization. We work with our members to create equity in classical music. We do this in a number of ways, but some of our programs are the Common Application for Summer Study. That's a free application for any musician of color to apply to any of our partner festivals. I highly recommend looking into this if that's something that you haven't used already. We also have a national collective for musical pathways. We work really closely with pathways programs all across the country. And then we also have Equity Arc ensembles now. I'll share briefly about the Equity Arc Pathways Orchestra that we've done for the past 3 years. And of course, about our newest ensemble, the Equity.
It looks like we may have lost Paula. Oh, I think you're back.
Oh, am I back?
So far, so good.
Okay. What did I last touch on?
You were saying that you were going to give some background on the orchestra and the wind symphony.
Oh, yes. Yes, so we have a number of Equity Arc ensembles, the Equity Arc Pathways Orchestra, which I'll share about very briefly, and then, of course, the Equity Arc Wind Symphony. And then we have a number of in-person summit and convenings that we do, where we work with people within the classical music field to develop different strategies and solutions to create equity in the field. So here's a little bit about our Equity Arc Pathways Orchestra. We have produced this ensemble since Chicago 2022, and you can see some pictures from the past years. But this is an opportunity for musicians within Pathways programs to play side by side with a major orchestra. They also get to play in sectionals or also mock auditions with professional musicians. There's also different opportunities to connect with collegiate faculty and admissions professionals. And it's a really great opportunity to play in an ensemble with musicians who share similar cultural backgrounds. And so this is what we've been doing for the past 3 years. Like I said, it's only open to students who are part of a Pathways program. And so here's some things that folks have said about the experience. They really enjoyed playing with people that looked like them. They really enjoy learning from some of the top conductors in the field and just learning from the professional musicians. And so we wanted to take a lot of pieces from this Pathways Orchestra and open it up to a larger group of folks that have not yet attended college, so pre-college musicians. And so we have an opportunity to partner with the President's Own United States Marine Band. And for those of you who do not know, Marine Band, or the United States Marine Band, their mission is to perform music for the President of the United States and the Commandant of the Marine Corps. So they are the oldest continuously active professional music organization. Musicians who play in this are considered to be in a premier ensemble. That is their full-time job. They are in the military, but their full-time job is to play in the Marine ensemble. And this is a really unique career path that we're excited to show people within the Equity Arc Wind Symphony about, because it's something that you might want to consider exploring in your future goals. So here's a little bit about what this Equity Arc Wind Symphony experience will include. It's going to happen May 1st through 4th, 2025 in Washington, D.C. Like I said, it's an opportunity to play side by side with the United States Marine Band. The symphony is going to be led by
I think I'm in the wrong meeting.
Oh, no worries. The Marine Band is going to be conducted by Rodney Dorsey. He's the professor at Florida State University, and he's a very well-known and distinguished conductor. As I mentioned before, it's an opportunity to meet fellows across the nation, and you'll have a chance to explore Washington, D.C. as well. So here's a closer look at the schedule. For the first day, you're going to have an evening rehearsal. And then the second day, that's where you're going to have master classes and sectionals with the Marine Band musicians. You'll also have a mock audition as well. You'll have a rehearsal, and you'll get to see the Marine Band in action in the evening parade. And then you'll have rehearsals on the third day. And on the last day, we're going to have a panel where you can hear about what it's like to have a career in the military. We'll do a sound check, and then you'll close with a side-by-side performance. So here's a little bit about some of the expectations and costs associated with this experience. This is a tuition-free ensemble. You're not going to have to pay anything to be part of that experience, but you will be responsible for housing and travel costs. And a hotel block is available for $269 per night, which is going to be available on a first come, first served basis. And fellows under the age of 18 are required to travel with a parent. So those are just some guidelines to keep in mind regarding this experience. Here's some details about the application. To be eligible, you have to be a pre-college wind, brass, percussion, or string-based instrumentalist, and you need to come from a historically underrepresented cultural background. Regarding the audition repertoire, you can submit a 3 to 5 minute solo of your choice, and 1 lyrical and 1 technical excerpt from the excerpt packet, and we'll be placing those links in the chat as well. And the deadline for the application is October 25th at 11:59 p.m. So that's a brief overview of the ensemble, and I'll pause here to see if there are any questions. Nikki, would you like to add anything?
No, you did a great job with an overview of this program. We're really excited, about the opportunity to meet even more musicians across the country. I did just also want to jump in to introduce both of us. This is Paula Wilson. She's our Member Services Manager. And my name is Mickey Capsuto, and I'm Equity Arc's Associate Director. And if you have any questions at all, at any point throughout the process, or many questions at many points, please let us know. We're more than happy to answer any questions. I see that a question was dropped in the chat about a teacher recommendation. It is not required, though we do recommend that you speak, with your teacher and make sure that it's a good fit as a program. But your teacher does not need to submit anything to be eligible. So yes, the question is around minimum age for the ensemble, and yes, an 8th grader can audition. So this is a question around the number of students that we can accept on each instrument. And if you give me half a second, I can actually pull up some specific numbers. Maybe slightly longer than half a second. Okay, so some specifics for oboe and English horn. We're looking at up to 3 musicians. For piccolo and flute, around 5 musicians. Total clarinets, around 14, and that includes bass clarinet and E-flat clarinet. We're looking for around 4 saxophone players and 2 bassoon players. And then moving into the brass world, 6 trumpets, 4 horns, 2 euphoniums, 4 trombones, and 4 tubas. and then a string bass player. And percussionists are a little bit TBD, just based on, you know, what instruments people are applying on. But yeah, we're really excited to hear you all. And some of those numbers can shift, you know, based on how many people apply.
Right. Well, if there are any other questions, as McGee said, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be sending a follow-up email as well with the recording. And so you're welcome to reply and just let us know if there's anything else that we can share. But otherwise, I want to let y'all have a great rest of your evening.